Have you ever thought, my past is irredeemable? Everyone knows what kind of person I was, and nobody will be able to accept me in any other way. The first book of the New Testament was written by Matthew. Before Matthew became a disciple of Jesus, he was a tax collector. And if you know anything about tax collectors, they were a very disgraceful group of people. They were traitors to the Roman Empire. Being a tax collector in the first century in Israel, it wasn't just a bad job, it was a shame. Imagine this, you live under Roman occupation, under the occupation of a different country. Their soldiers, they roam your streets. Your nation, traditions, your freedom, everything is crushed under their brutal regime. And now imagine a fellow member of your society, maybe a friend, maybe a family member, they start to work for the oppressors. He collects money from you, from your neighbors, from your family, and then he takes a cut off the top for himself, and he's allowed to. He can get rich this way. This is Matthew. It would be like, in the modern context, like a Ukrainian working for the Russian army. It would be like the Jews informing on other Jews to the Nazis during the Holocaust. It was complete betrayal. It was treason. Matthew was a complete sellout. Tax collectors, they weren't just disliked, they weren't even allowed to enter into synagogues. They were treated like prostitutes and thieves. So when Jesus came to Matthew and said, "Matthew, follow me," it was a shock to everyone. It would be like a respected pastor today coming to like a mob boss and saying, "Hey, bud, you want to join our group? Eventually you'll become a leader too." That doesn't make sense. That is the scandal of grace. Jesus doesn't call good people. He doesn't call clean people. He calls people who are willing to follow him. People who are willing to come and become his disciples. When people saw one thing, Jesus saw something more. Matthew walked away from his old life and gave up everything. And Jesus gave him a completely new identity. He became the author of the first book of the New Testament. What does this mean for you? No matter your past, no matter what happened, when Jesus calls you, he doesn't just forgive you, he redefines you. He takes the broken and he makes them whole. He takes the disqualified and he gives them divine purpose. If Jesus could give this to Matthew, he can give this to you.